Just a few months before the cafe massacre, secular publisher Faisal Arifin Dipon was going through a manuscript in his office in the center of Dhaka one afternoon. It was a busy day in late October 2015, with several important meetings lined up for the 43-year-old publisher. A group of armed men barged into his office and hacked Dipon to death.
যেদিন ঘটনা ঘটেছে সেই দিন আমি আমার মেয়ে যে ঢাকা ইউনিভার্সিটিতে এখন ডেভেলপমেন্ট স্টাডিজ ডিপার্টমেন্টের প্রফেসর, তার বাসায় বসেছিলাম। আমি দীপন আমার সঙ্গে ছিল এই সকাল 8:30টার দিক থেকে 1:00টা পর্যন্ত। অনেক কথাবার্তা আমরা বলছি, আলোচনা করছি নানান বিষয়ে। তারপরে খাবার রেডি করছে, তখন দীপন আমি খাবো না, আমার একটু যেতে হবে, জরুরি দরকার। একটা টেলিফোন কে করছে, তো দীপন উঠে গেল। আমি নিষেধ করলাম, ওর বোন নিষেধ করলো, কিন্তু কোনো কথা শুনলো না, চলে গেল। কোথায় যাবে? আমি যেতে যাবো, অফিসে যাবো, আমার অফিসে।
Professor Huck went looking for Dipon later in the afternoon, since he had some work with him. The front door of Dipon's house was locked, but Huck could see lights inside. He rang the doorbell, but no one opened the door. He called Dipon's wife, who had gone to a neighbor's house.
দীপনের স্ত্রী চলে আসলো, এসেই যে কথা আমাকে বললো সেটা যে আমাকে টেলিফোন করে জানিয়েছে যে ওই যে টুটুল আরও কি নাম আছে, বই প্রকাশ করে তারাও, তাদেরকে আক্রমণ করছিল এবং তারা মেডিকেল কলেজ হসপিটালে আছে। দীপনকেও আক্রমণ করে থাকতে পারে, তারা এরকম বললো। তো এই গাড়ি নিয়ে গেছিলাম আমি, গাড়িতে দীপনের স্ত্রী এবং আমি আসলাম। এখানে এসে একটা বইয়ের দোকান, পেপিরাস নাম, সেটার যে মালিক মোশারফ, সে আমাকে বলল যে স্যার দীপন আর নাই। ঢুকেই দেখি দীপন পড়ে আছে এবং গোটা ঘরটাই ফ্লোরের মধ্যে তার গায়ে রক্ত। আমরা ভাবি নাই যে দীপনে বই প্রকাশ করেছে এই জন্য দীপনকে মারবে। ইউনিক ঘটনা, দেখা যায় না পৃথিবীর কোনো দেশে।
In February, 8 extremists convicted for killing Dipon were sentenced to death. The government has adopted strict measures to deal with the extremist menace. Hundreds of people have been jailed and scores have been killed in the crackdown by security forces. But for the man who lost his young son, revenge was never on his mind.
আমি প্রতিহিংসায় বিশ্বাস করি না। একটা বিশেষ রাজনীতি এবং একটা বিশেষ সংস্কৃতি এই মৃত্যুর জন্য দায়ী। যারা হত্যাকারী তারা সেই রাজনীতির কারণে, সেই সংস্কৃতির কারণে তাদের উত্থান ঘটেছে। তবে দেশে আইনের শাসন বা রাখার জন্য, প্রতিষ্ঠা করার জন্য বিচারের দরকার আছে এবং সেটা সরকার করবে। ব্যক্তিগতভাবে মনে করি যারা এই রাজনীতি এবং এই সংস্কৃতি করছে দেশে, তারাই এর জন্য দায়ী।
And we see that rise of new extremism, which was not in Bangladesh in 71 or before. It's mostly a Sunni liberal Islam which has found its root here, and that has been reflected in the culture and tradition of Bengal. So we feel that we have the strength in our history, in our society, in our culture, but there are challenges which is emerging. But I am confident that Bangladesh, with its identity, with its secular philosophy, with its national cultural identity, will be able to face this. It is not only a surveillance problem or police problem, it is also an ideological and cultural problem. And here Bangladesh has an added strength.
The populous nation's strength is being tested on multiple fronts. Apart from abject poverty and radicalization, periodic floods, cyclones, and river erosion cause incalculable suffering every year. Still, Bangladesh is marching ahead. It's now one of the fastest growing economies globally, with a young population determined to leave its traumatic past behind. Is it on course to become a modern secular democracy? Or has the price of freedom become too high for the nation to cope with for many more years to come?
I am free to share the unbounded joy of freedom with my fellow countrymen who have owned their freedom in an epic liberation struggle. The ultimate achievement of this struggle is the creation of an independent, sovereign People's Republic of Bangladesh, of which my people declared me as the president while I was a prisoner in the condemned cell, awaiting the execution of a sentence of hanging. No people has had to pay as high a price in human life and suffering for their freedom as has been exhausted.
They have found in their report 2020 Global League Table, they call it, Bangladesh would become 25th largest in 2035. So, and then then there are other predictions. But that's the economic growth and size of the economy. Yes, it is growing, and it will grow. It will continue to grow. We have been able to manage the COVID-19 much better than many other countries. Our recovery has started, and although there are problems, but I think we have done much better.
One person who represents the new Bangladesh is a 50-year-old computer scientist turned entrepreneur, Siobhan Islam. The son of a Liberation War veteran, Siobhan did a master's in computer science in the US and completed management studies at Stanford. He then kept a promise he had made to his father that he would return to his homeland and work for his country. He now heads a $300 million garments manufacturing group that supplies to top labels in the United States and Europe.
I worked for Microsoft in Hewlett-Packard for 20 years, and when my father passed away, before his death, I promised him that I will return. His plea to me was, what will happen to my people? So most of the people that works in our company originally came from our village, Shahjatpur, Sirajganj. So that kind of stick to me. I was very successful in America, and I gave a word to my father that I will come back. So I returned home, and I started working and grew this company that he built.
In the last 15 years or so, Siobhan has grown his business almost 20 times, from a $20 million unit to a $300 million company at present. The country's garments industry is today the second largest globally after China. It has been one of the primary engines of growth in the nation of 164 million people. The industry earns more than $35 billion a year from exports and employs 4 million people, a large majority of whom are women. The country has also left behind Pakistan in many UN development and growth indices. Its growth rate in 2018 was 7.8%, well above that of Pakistan's 5.8%. This year, it's projected to grow at 6.8%, according to the Asian Development Bank. In IMF's latest economic outlook, Bangladesh has also overtaken India in projected per capita GDP.
We have left behind Pakistan in many respects. India, we have caught up with them. I wouldn't say that we have done better in terms of GDP. It's 1 year we have, but next year it may not be, we don't know. But at least we have caught up. We have caught up with them. We are much behind. Now we are at par with them on per capita GDP, which is very good. And in many other respects, for example, as I said earlier, the women's empowerment and social indicators, we are ahead of them. So I think we are doing fairly well.
A proud nation has made its presence known. It's no longer a basket case for sure, but the dreams of its independence leaders haven't yet been fulfilled. Bangladesh is also severely impacted by the growing effects of climate change. A third of its population is at risk of displacement from rising sea levels. Other challenges are emerging as well, such as radicalization, forcing the government to crack down hard on fundamentalism. Still, there's much hope and expectation, since the country has shown resilience and strength to tide over insurmountable odds. The government is now looking ahead, setting ambitious targets, including elevating Bangladesh to a higher middle-income country 10 years and a developed one by 2041. Can it be done? If it is achieved, the heavy price of freedom won't certainly go in vain.
যে কারণে ৩০ লক্ষ মানুষ মারা গেছে তা সম্পূর্ণ সফল এখনো বাংলাদেশ হয়নি, কিন্তু বাঙালি একটি আত্মপরিচয় দিতে পারে বাঙালি হিসাবে, বাংলাদেশের নাগরিক হিসাবে, তার একটি স্বাধীন রাষ্ট্র হিসাবে, এবং সেই স্বাধীন রাষ্ট্রটা সে নিজে পরিচালনা করতে পারে, বাংলা ভাষায় পরিচালিত হচ্ছে, এই জন্য আমরা কিছুটা গৌরব করতে পারি, সম্পূর্ণভাবে নয়।
People have paid a high price, but they have defended a philosophy and ideology which is worth to defend. So it is for humanity's sake that Bangladesh suffered greatly, and also humanity extended their cooperation for the struggle of Bangladesh.
It was absolutely worth it. We will not trade anything for it. Liberation is our strength. We are a homogeneous country. Our people, our freedom is our strength. With a lot of aspiration, enthusiasm and dream, Bangladesh will go to new heights, I am sure.
Independence is worth it. This flag is worth it. This country is worth it. This passport is worth it. This pride is worth it. No price is big enough for freedom. We paid for our freedom with our own blood, and we are so proud of it. I'm so proud of the fact that my father was that brave man who gave up his life for the independence of my country.